Hey, Ryan here. We are inside the Grove Fitness. This is Between the Weights. I have been using my time to try to be better at my craft. And I've had this interesting idea put in a way that I hadn't ever heard it before, but it really clicked. And I liked it a lot. And so I just figured I'd share it with you, right? And you can't read it because I'm looking at the camera, selfie mode. I like to see my, I don't know. So I realize you can't read it, but it says control function, okay? So the idea is the control function, so you see that line underneath it. So if you imagine that the squiggly stuff isn't there, it's just a line. That line would represent a perfect state of anything for you. So let's say your perfect nutrition is this line, right? Your perfect happiness or stress level or just whatever aspect for you in your life, there's this line that represents the constant, the perfect level for that. And the squiggly line, if you imagine the squiggly line being a pendulum, you're the displacement of the line, of the apex of the curve away from the line represents you not being healthy, right? Maybe you're not at your ideal weight. Your ideal weight would be that line. That wave is how you fluctuate from that perfect. And our life, the goal is to try to get closer to the line. I don't know that it's possible for any of us to ever be perfect and to attain perfection. But sort of as this line represents, it gets a little bit, at the curve, gets a little bit closer. Now I realize it's off center. I apologize. I drew it fast. But up here it's, say, a 9, and then it comes down to a 8.7, and then it's an 8.5, and it's slowly getting closer to the line. And that is how I see improvement that's how I visualize improvement. That's how I visualize the path that I'm leading you down. It's to slowly get you to that perfect, okay? And because each of you are individual and have different needs and are different distances away from different lines, the way that I coach you, or what I have you do, is very specific to you. And so, sometimes, looking around the room at what other people are doing, you may wonder why they don't look like you do. Wonder why they're not doing it the same way that you are. And it's perfectly fine to have those questions and to ask them, but in general, it's because we're trying to get everyone just a tiny bit closer. Just a tiny bit closer. And I also know that you can only really learn one new thing at a time. So while a clean or a snatch are incredibly technical and complicated, you may have lots of things wrong with how you do it. And as long as you are being safe, I'm not going to rush you too much to fix too many things. So we're going to start with like one thing at a time. Hey, and slowly work you towards perfection. And I really liked the way that the idea of a control function sort of expresses that idea that I've had, and it gives me a way to explain it. See you next time.